Hello and welcome back to another wonderful morning here in Satisfactory as we're looking at our existing petroleum plants so far. In the last episode, we created this wonderful mall of various items that we can access, and it is super useful. Allows me to be able to grab everything I need right away. And now that that is available, I think we can do some serious building. First thing is, oh god, I slipped through the hole there, is I've set out an area here, as today we are going to be using the last two of my pipelines that I have coming down from the oil field up here. And we are going to be going into fuel production. So, we need fuel because not only is it a really good resource just for producing power, but packaged fuel will allow us to use the jetpack. As I've had a jetpack and it's been sitting in my inventory for a hell of a long time, and I believe it has a tiny bit of fuel in it. Yeah, just this is the fuel that just comes with it. We can use it up right now, and now the jetpack is completely out of fuel. So we need to get some more fuel so that we can actually use that thing. And let's get to it. I have set this all up, pre-spaced a lot of these things, just so things go a little bit faster. But the procedure that we're going to do, and there is a much more efficient way to do this, because there's several different ways you can get to fuel. You can go fuel from directly from crude oil, which is this recipe, which is 60 crude oil to 40 fuel and 30 polymer resin. And then you can use that polymer resin to make some more plastics and such if you wish. You can also make some rubbers and stuff. There is also residual fuel, which is from the what's that resource? It's the heavy oil residue, the purple fuel. So you can take byproducts. So it's like over there where we're making petroleum coke. You could, instead of making that petroleum coke, you can make fuel out of your byproduct. So yeah, just a little bit of residual fuel, and that's super useful. But then there's also this really complex chain through packaging. So you can have your heavy oil residue, then you can go and you can package heavy oil residue and packaged water. So first you need to get water and containers. That's one refinery. Then you need to package the oil and the water together to get diluted packaged fuel. But the good thing about that is you can see it's one heavy oil residue to two fuel. It doubles up your fuel. Then you can unpackage the fuel, and then you can use the fuel for stuff. So it's a much more complicated thing and requires several different steps of packing and unpacking. But they just recently put out a teaser on their YouTube basically showing that they're going to be making a new block. They're going to be getting rid of the concept of using the refinery for packing and unpacking. And they're going to make a dedicated packing and unpacking block, which looks like it's much smaller, sort of the size of an assembler kind of thing. So that will be great for making your setups much smaller and much easier to design. So I'm not going to do this big, like, we're going to go, where's the stuff here? There's you can make heavy oil residue directly from oil, and then you would get the packaged water and make the diluted, and then you'd make it back into fuel. That just is like too much work. So we're just going to go directly from crude oil to fuel. It should be more than enough for what we need. And we have 2 pipelines coming in. So we have 300 in each. So we have a total of 600 crude. And thankfully, the math works out. It's 60 crude per minute. We have 600, so obviously we need 10 of these. And so we can easily multiply these outputs by 10. So our 40 fuel will become 400 fuel, and our 30 polymer resin will become 300 polymer resin. So 400 fuel, 300 resin. I got it all on a piece of paper in front of me. The 300 resin will need 100 water, and then we can make 100 plastic out of that. So just a little extra bit of plastic out of residual plastic here. The 400 fuel will be enough to power 24 of the fuel generators, because they do 15 each, with a little bit left over, just enough to run 1 fuel packing station. So I will have 40 packaged fuel per minute coming in as this little sort of side benefit. And I'll have 40 per minute is going to be more than enough for me to utilize my jump pack. And that's all I'm going to need to it. Like, I'm not going to be using the packaged fuel for really anything else. I have batteries for my vehicles, and their batteries are vastly better. So we'll be using that. But then we'll get 24 fuel generators. And each fuel generator is 150 megawatts, which, if we bring up Zahanti Danti calculator, another 3,600. Combine that on top of, we've got our geothermals and everything right now. We can see we're actually staying underneath primarily our geothermal power. We're just going to have such a higher level of power than we could realistically need. This will push our power to what? 8 and 3 would be the 11 to 12,000? Yeah. I am correct. We push our power to 12,000. So that is excellent. We've got everything here laid out, getting ready to deal with it. We got the 2 pipelines coming in. So then they need 5 of these each. So 1, and I've got it all laid out here. So we just need to snippety snap. 2 and 3. In the center of the blocks there. There we go. That's that 4. Wait. Did I nothing here? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I need... Oh, 1 more. I did screw it up. I always screw things up somehow. Yes, I did it correct on that side. I just didn't do it correct on this side. That's all. And 5. Then this guy needs to be plunked down right there. Excellent. And then we can... no, wrong position. Connect all these bad boys up. They don't need any like items going in, so they just need the fluid input. And then, of course, power it up. So we're going to want the normal fuel. And that should start making fuel and polymer resin. Wrong buttons to press. You to there, you to there, there to there. And that should be kicking on. These pipeline back here, it doesn't have anything in it because it is not hooked up yet. That is an important thing. Logistics, my belts. And I can start building practically everything with conveyor belt Mark 5s, and ooh, look at all that wonderful resin being built there as my character bounces around like a freaking ping pong ball. And up to there, up to there. And the pipelines go right into the crosses that are all set up, ready to accept their wonderful bits of fuel. Excellent. So now, this is half of it. This is one full pipeline. So there should be 200 fuel going through this pipeline here. Because 400 in total, and 200 from each pipeline. Slide underneath. Excellent. Now you can see one half is set up. And we just need to repeat that. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. 1. And 2. 3. 4. And 5. There we go. Plug them in. And get this other side functioning as well. Alright, those are all plugged in. Now they just need recipe. And they should all kick off. There. Using all that fuel, and then just hook up the outputs. Now, as of right now, all this polymer resin is just going to get stockpiled because we don't have a spot for it. It's okay if these machines shut down right now because, you know, nothing is requiring them to keep running, unlike some of my other devices that I need to make sure that I have overflows and stuff. Alright, so that is all the polymer resin. All of the fuel is being created. We're now making 400 fuel. Over here we have a single water, because that is all we're going to need. This produces 120 per minute, and realistically we just need 100. We could downclock this if we wanted to save a little bit of power, but it doesn't really matter. We just leave it there. We need exactly 100 because we have got 300 resin, 150 from each of the sort of 2 sets of 5 here, and that means we need 5 more of these refineries. Yep. So we center that there. And I believe that is a good position for it. Everything should be set up, so we got some water going in. And then we have a conveyor belt going down into it. And this should be everything we need to do residual plastic. Of course, minus power, which should be right here. So now residual plastic is going, polymer resin is going in, water is going in. Residual plastic is being made at 20 per minute. And due to the rate of that, we just need 5 of those, which are all set up right here. I need to snap to that one. And I should have enough on me to get all this stuff snapped away and get it done. At least this, up to this step, I've pre-planned where the power generators and stuff like that are going to sit. I have not fully planned out yet, but we'll do that shortly. And pipeline, one last pipeline. Very good. Should be all the water we need. And then we just need to power and recipe these things. Go to there. And you're all good. Residual plastic. Because out of anything in the petroleum products that we're making so far, plastic is the one that we're running out of the most of. So that should be good. This should be more than enough. Each of these is needing 20. We're making 100. We have 5 of them, so perfect math. We're making 300. Where these use 60, and we're using 5 of them, so again, perfect math there. So we have another group of plastic being made, which we can very easily extract out right here. By a merger. And just head on our way down this way. To get this stuff all merged up. Excellent. Give me that plastic. Oh yeah, baby. That'll go up and that'll help make computers and such. Although one thing we do need to do with this plastic is some quantity needs to go into packaging for our fuel. And I'm not sure how I want to siphon this little bit of fuel off. I think what I might do is I'm going to take these 2 fuel lines and I'm going to run them down. And as they're going down, they're going to split off and go to sort of side lines that are going to go to power generators. So this is where I'm going to pack a little bit of fuel. Just enough for me and my jetpack. And then I'm going to leave this open. And then this is where I'm going to start to put power generation. So, no, not down there. Power fuel generator. I'm going to need to pop into a lookout tower here in order to place this correctly. No. Wrong menu. The wrong time. So, I'm going to have this plastic come along here. Some plastic is going to be diverted off to come and be used here. And maybe some storage here. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. And then it'll go back and it'll get on these lines and it'll head back and then head into the base to merge up with the other plastics. Then the fuels will go forward out, and then split. Keep going and split, kind of like just like a tree going out. So I want fuel, and it needs to be pointed, I believe, away from us. Yeah. So how does this fit in here nicely? If that block there is going to be our center line, so that the fuel is flowing down that center block, then the fuel generators, I can fit 1, 2, 2 realistically on either side. I want to pack them in. How many could I fit? Because that's centered to a nice block there. That would be 1. Two. I don't have enough motors for this. But... oh, I could fit 3. Yeah, I could fit 3. So, I need 24. So if I do these in packs of 6, that would work, right? Because I would do 1, 2, 3, then over here 4, 5, 6, and then there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that side, and then another set of that, because that would be 2 sets of 12, and then that would be all of the fuel generators I could run. So I need to cover this entire area here with I could probably place those because I can get those in permanently, but I need to cover this entire area here with foundations, and I need a lot more concrete available to do that. Which, I mean, I have an entire double stack, like a double stacked container back at the base, just full of concrete. I just need to go grab it. But let's get these fuel containers, not containers, fuel positioned. So, fuel generator, leaving this one gap here, sliding across. Let me just plop that there real quick so I have something to snap to. So I'm only dealing with one way. That looks nicely centered in those 9 squares. Boom. Alright, I can take that back. And we can get the next one here, nicely centered in its 9 squares. And I need more resources. Okay. So I'm going to need 24 of those. So I can look up and go 24. And I can see how much stuff I'm missing, which is a lot. But thankfully we have the resources back at base to do such things, which makes life good. No, don't bounce off those. Here's my little bypass here that I built. I can head directly into the mall here to go and gather resources. As it stands, what do I need the most? I actually don't need these very much here, so I'll ditch that down. I need computers. There we go, that's enough computers. Heavy modular frames. Rubber, quick wire. So rubber's here. I need 1,200. Do I have enough space to carry all this? I wonder. That's enough rubber. Heavy modular frames. Where are you in my setup? Over here. Quick wire is right here. I need 1,200. Thankfully those are in 500 a stack, so that makes that a little bit easier. Heavy modular frames. Very good. We were able to get 250 out of there. And then motors. 3 motors are right here. 360 motors. I'm going to need to drop stuff. I don't need these right now. These kind of little bitty things. I can throw those away. I don't need rotors and stators right now. Current motors there. So then I need just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ow! I need 2 more stacks. Okay. So that's enough for all my fuel generators. But then I also need to make sure that I get enough concrete to lay that area out. I don't really have the space for it. Okay. Oh, I could probably chuck these. I could chuck some of this stuff. Just keep 1 stack of each of these other materials here. Boom, more concrete. There we go. Alright. 24 fuel gen. Wait, I don't need all 24 because I already placed 2. Oh, well, I have more stuff than I need. And I can clear that list. This is gonna be great. Finally moving into fuel. I just sort of like didn't do fuel for the longest time. I was just like, skip it. I don't need to do it. I'll just do it with coal. Hey, it worked out. I had enough power. And now that I've got fuel, I will have more power than I will ever need. And I say that, and then soon I will need more power. That's good. And then down this line here, we're going to flippity-doo-dah this around. And How far is it back? It's just back that one sort of tick, right? So... God, it's finicky. There. Yeah. Perfect. And now I got double snapping, so now it's easy. And floor is too steep, you say. You just don't like to be hovering out in the middle of nowhere, do you? Boom. Ooh, nice. So nice. Then we can put down some pipeline crosses. That is totally in the wrong spot. That is in the right spot. And boop. And boom. Then these guys are running essentially down the center here with a tick on either side. Is that too close to each other? I guess it might be. Might have to be 2 ticks away from the middle. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, there we go. Might have to go and adjust those. You and that little bit can get adjusted to being 1, 2. Oh, which I think is where they are currently. Right? Yeah, okay. So then I can just go forward with them. Haha! And they can't go the entire way, so I'll go to a nice controlled spot here. Let's do it here. Is this... Oh no, it's bending in. I did it wrong. I always do it wrong. Bleh. Didn't get it aligned. And then you. 2. And that should go nicely straight into that. Wonderful! And then the fuel coming along here. It's split up into all the different generators. And now all we need to do is place power. So, power. Come here, power poles. We'll do here, this edge. Nope, copper line, stop taking me away. I am almost out of cables. It is not good, but I will cope. I don't know, is that how I want to do it? Or do I want to do it so that these two are on the same thing? Alternatively, this is where I could use a higher level power pole, because, you know, I do have those. 10 power line connections. And I could just connect them all with, in this area, with one power pole. Which would make life a little bit easier. But, hey, that's the power. It's functioning. Nice. So I do need to fill out the rest of this. But I'm thinking that I'll probably do that off camera. Do I have enough stuff on me to just drop a storage container? That would be under organization. Just plop that down. The stuff that I need for those. That stuff. Mainly. Most of it. I'll put there. And I'll come back to it. And then I just know that's enough stuff to build the rest of my, you know, rest of my fuel generators. And now I can think about my packing of fuel. So I think at the very end here, after all of this fuel has gone down, I think I'll probably connect these two pipes at the end, so that way if there's any, like, if there's too much in one and not enough in another, they'll balance out. And because of that, I believe I should be able to, just right here, steal a little bit of fuel from this side, and it should be okay. Because if I steal a little bit from this side, and then the power generators on this side need a little extra, the 200 from here will flow down, power up its side, and then flow around to power up this side to get the last little bit. Should be enough, as long as I put a loop at the end of this. So, refinery, I need resources. I need resources. We're going to do a single refinery, and that will do my packing. But I also need a constructor, right? We need to make empty canisters. And I think we only need one constructor, if I'm not mistaken. And it just needs to steal a little bit of plastic, because one packer uses 40 fuel and 40 canisters to make 40 packed fuel. And I don't need that. I only need 40. So because of that, my plastic that I'm using will be lower. But that's okay. Essentially what I'm going to be doing is I've got my plastic right here. This plastic needs to be lifted up and over and down and then run this way to go back to the base, which I should probably just start doing now. And your midpoint-ish there. Tick, tick. Bum. There we go. Let me just run this plastic along here. Until we get to here, and then we can raise it up with some conveyor poles. Two. I don't need that high. And then just run it along here. How often are we going to need those poles? Probably... we'll put one there, and then 1, 2, 3. We'll... I think it should go right over that nicely. Okay, yeah, that should be fine. Right? Or is it going to go right into the pipeline? I think it's probably going to, like, go through the pipeline. Like, it's just going to clip through it, but we'll raise it up so that it goes over and it looks good. Because also we're going to need to raise it up over here in order to get above this. Because these things are here, as it'll go on top of this whole shebang for a little bit, until we get to the point where the other plastic exists, and then we can merge it. The other plastic is way the heck back here, so we'll be going along that entire route, and then from there we'll just continue going. We'll go straight, and then we'll come into here, and then we'll merge there. Yeah, that's how we'll do it. Easy peasy. Man, this petroleum area is getting so big. When I brought that copper over and I made that little bypass there from the copper there, I thought, that's so far down there, I'll never need to worry about that. And now I've freaking almost built out to it. So much stuff. And bottom to there, and with the higher level up here to then go into here. So much plastics. And then we just need to shave off that tiny bit in order to make the packaged fuel. So this won't be a full 200-ish plastic being added to the line. Can't afford. No! It's okay. It's being... my stuff's right over here. The storage. And also the line for this is right here as well. I could just steal directly from the line, but hey, storage is right here. And while we're here, we'll grab some motors and stuff that I need. Refinery, yeah, motors, copper, that kind of stuff. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 should be good. We need some copper. Grab a couple stacks of that. We need some motors. Grab a couple stacks of those. And just fill up on concrete. I'm going to need it anyway. How am I doing on the basics? I'm okay there. I got enough. On the very basic materials, those steel plates and steel rods. And I gotta finish off this plastic line. Oh, I jumped over it. I wanted to jump on it so it would give me a nice boost. Come on. This game sometimes, the clipping. Alright, there we go. Now we're moving. Oh, there we go. And then... Oh, it's too long. Okay. Just... right before... Boom. Now... Go, base! Consume that plastic! Okay, good. This is excellent. The base needs this kind of plastic. I know a lot of it is going over to the sink right now, because everything is nice and full. The base is all just running away, but at least now there's more plastic available if I want to set up some more, you know, flesh out my computer production and such, so that it is running at a faster tick. But let us get that packaging done, and then that will be the episode. How do we do for power? We're using more than our geothermals now? Just barely. We really don't need these fuel generators, but what else am I supposed to do with all this fuel? I'm not going to pack it all. That would just be silly. Okay. So, from here, we are going to have our assembler. Not assembler. Constructor. And it's just a simple little constructor, so it doesn't need much. So we'll just plop it down here in the middle of this block. That is off the side. God, it's been so long I haven't... This is, how do you frickin' align constructors again? Boom. There we go. And then we can logistics a splitter. We don't need a smart splitter or anything. Just be a splitter. Actually, we should probably do a smart splitter here. I don't have the rotor on. God damn it. I deleted so much stuff. I'll upgrade it to a smart splitter later, just to make sure that this thing always has enough. But it should be getting 100, right? 100 plastic every so often. Alright, these things aren't producing because their fuel is backed up. Can I purge? And let's purge the network. So then these things start running again. So that way there's more plastic being made. And that's one thing, when the things like fuel get backed up, well then the plastic stops being created. So if you're relying on that plastic, you'll get boned. Oh, it's a merger. I want a splitter. There's splitter. There we go. boom, into this. And then this is going to make me canisters at a rate of 40 per minute. Because that's all I need. And I just need some power. Which we can steal from here, why not? So that's going to make me some canisters. This refinery will plop down right here. Jeez, that just freaked out there for a minute. There's good, right? Yeah, that fits in there. You are going to come along here. Tick, tick. Boom. Like so. And we got plenty of canisters. And we're going to package fuel. And then we're going to get a pipeline junction cross. How do I do this? Leap. That's what I want to do. Back to that thing. Then from there... screw it, we'll just go straight in. Those things can clip, I don't care. Now it doesn't look good. Okay, we're not going to clip. We're going to pop up above. Just before here. Boop, boop, and down. Perfect. And now this just needs power, which is right beside it. And then, ooh, fuel! Package fuel! Yes! We just need our... let's do a splitter here. We're going to take the fuel out of there, the packaged fuel. And I think I'm going to put a... I'm going to eventually run it back over to the other base here for a proper storage, but I'm just going to temporarily put a storage right here. Tick, tick. And I will eventually put a sink here. Or, wherever I'm going to need to build a sink. I've already got a sink there with, like, multiple resources going into it, so I don't think I can do any more with that sink. I think I'll put a sink here to sink overflow packaged fuel. But now that I have packaged fuel, and I'm making a bunch of it, I get jetpack! Oh, yeah, baby. I'm a jetpack master. Whee! I can fly! Finally, I can fly! And I can do the trick where you get your jetpack, you get onto a fast thing like this, and then you do and you jump and you jetpack at the same time, and then you can just move all the way over here in just a matter of seconds. Oh my god, that's going to be so useful. Oh, yeah, baby. And, like, I've got these taking me this way. Oh, I hit the thing. God damn it. Ah, that's what I need, is I need a conveyor belt, like, here, that is going to be for launching me this way. One conveyor belt length, and it will be used for launching me towards this stuff over here. Yeah, this is how you want to travel. I can get all the way to my fuel here without having to touch the ground. That's so much faster. And then to get back, I've already got these things right here. So I can just get on them. And fly back. Super fast. Life is good. Life is so good now. But we've done it. We got some amazing things. What we're going to do next is off camera. I will flesh out this area, get all of these fuel generators working, get them all laid out, and I think I need to figure out a proper overflow for the fuel, because it stops making polymer resin if it doesn't have fuel. Like, there's no room for the fuel. So maybe some buffers that I could purge every so often. I don't know. But, hey, it's functioning. So that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching. And good hunting out there, fellow pioneers.